Alright, it's actually my first time driving the Integra. Let's see if I still remember how to do it. It's like old times. Am I gonna make it? George says yes. Awesome. So yeah, of course the battery is dead. We'll just have to jump start the battery. SRS is because of this. ABS, I think it's because it was on the dyno last. The dash still isn't attached, just to let you know. It's just kind of sitting there, just so we have something audible or visual to look at, should I say. So the taillights are not in yet, and the bumper is, of course, not tightened up, so the bumper is floppy. Yes. So the height is set. So the height is set. The Skunk 2 suspension is on. That is the height that we are going for. Let me get around here. I like that. It's not tuck in. The tire is still visible, and it has somewhat of an even gap. We haven't adjusted the rebound yet. We're going to drive it and go over that. Let me show you what we have going on. So this is the water overflow right here. It's actually about 15 inches long, so it can hold enough water. It has the cap, so it can add water here. And then the hose goes around and it's tapped into here, so it's pulling water from the bottom, so it's always got water on it. It has to be, if you know the system works, you can't have air in the system, it has to have water. You can also see the brake, how it looks behind the wheel, which I'm really happy with. It's the exact combo I'm looking for, and I think the wheel color on the car is perfect. It's exactly what I'm looking for. It's a hair darker than what the factory gray would be, which we're not trying to make the car exactly factory. We're trying to use that as a guideline. And this wheel is perfect. Now when I say perfect, I think it's perfect. It suits the car exactly for what I'm shooting for. The suspension part's under here. It's kind of dark, but you can see this all has to be blacked out. This is going to get all set in black. But the little control arms are the same color. The tie bar right now is at Superior. They're going to use it to match the color for the center cap, so they have that, but that will go back on there when it's done. And of course we have a different valve cover going on once the car is finished being tuned. Alright, so we've left it running for a while because the battery keeps going dead. I jump started it and it's sitting here kind of charging its own battery, so at least we know it's hot. Everything's good. We'll put the computer on it, make sure everything is looking okay. The O2 sensor, this is what it made the very last run, by the way, when it was pretty hot. It's not running on a wideband right now. This is just read the wideband, but it's not in closed loop, so this is exactly how we tuned it, so we know the tune is rock solid. It's in open loop, so the computer isn't trying to correct. So we'll put the Honda in, see what everything's doing, and we'll do the preliminary run and see. Alright, so it has been sitting here for 30 minutes running, and our small fans have the Mishimoto switch and they're kicking on at 174, which is a good thing, but it also, they won't let the car heat up. They really need to be changed to about 190. But air intake temp's good, water temp's good. Obviously the O2 is turned off, so it's not trying to correct, so I think we can do a run and see where she is at. We're just going to let it run just the way it is, how the last time it was set up. So keep an eye on the air fuel, George. Obviously the turbo might change, it might move more air, so it might lean out. Yep, alright, let me start the record and you can let her rip. Are you ready? Yep. Alright. It didn't seem like it ran lean. Everything looked pretty good. Whoa! Alright, next thing on the Integra, we're going to do the HIDs, and we got them from these people. They're not sponsoring this video, but I will give them a shout out because I've used their products for over 20 years, good quality stuff, and they work. So the bulbs are in. Now the typical thing is you find something close like this hose and you zip tie the ballast to that, George.
This is a little floppy. I was gonna put it on this part right here because this is really solid.
This is solid. So you got to make sure that's zip tied, and you only run one zip tie so that the ballast will fall out. And then the good thing about this wire is it's pretty strong. It will hold the ballast. The ballast can dangle down there and it won't pick up any vibration. Of course, you know we're joking. This has to be installed nicely. You can kind of see the quality that we're going for here. The car is, I mean, we're doing this, you know, on a higher level. Obviously you can see, I mean, look at this titanium, for heaven's sake. The valve cover has to be changed. We've already talked about that. This is on here so that we have access to the cam gears. Once everything is dialed in and we're happy with it, the power band, everything is the way we want it, we'll be putting the valve cover that has the enclosed side and of course the plastic cover on the timing belt side. But it's definitely coming together. The HIDs need to come on. We need to put a fancy battery tie on there. If anybody knows of a good battery tie, we'll put one of those on. Of course, the headlights look absolutely beautiful because they're brand new. The front lip has to go on. We have the seal for that. We're going to talk about that, do a little bit of a detailed install on the lip and show you about that rubber seal because it is available. Back in the day, we used to buy it from, I think it was Toyota. They had a sports model Corolla, I don't remember what it was, but there was a lip, a rubber lip that you could use from that. Of course, we're going to put the brand new taillights in there. Of course, it wasn't a real dream. Altezas never went in this car. I think I saw a dream video about that somewhere. These were the taillights that came out of the car. These are the 97 taillights, and they are in really good shape. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these at all, and I wasn't really just folding to peer pressure, but the car is a 2001, so it really does deserve 2001 taillights. And of course, with the front headlights being so nice, back to my bridge analogy, when do you stop painting a bridge? When you finish it, right? So, new taillights are going in, which are there. Fun fact, that's the tail lights, that's the headlights. Look at that, Honda used the same box. These are Japanese JDM Yo headlights that I bought back in 1994, brand new, and it's the exact same box. Fun fact. 文件通知，您有一封重要文件尚未领取，如有任何疑问，请按0，由华语部门人工为您查询。您好，这里是中国领事馆文件通知，您有一封重要文件尚未领取，如有任何疑问。So the taillight gaskets are still available. They give you the part number right there. They're kind of pricey. There wasn't anything too bad with the old ones. They were a little bit beat up, not too bad. You know, they're kind of rubbery, where these are a bit stiffer. It's not that it's going to be a big problem, but it could leak if the gaskets are old. These are the new 2001 taillights. Look at that, brand spanking new, and they're still available, by the way. So if you search on Honda's website, you can still buy them. So that is the difference, very subtle difference apart from being brand new. This signal is red, this is yellow. Some people pay a ridiculous amount of money for something so small, but again, it is cleaner and it is the right one. Reverse light.
That's
not UK.
Yeah, UK has the one that is like, it's almost like this, but it almost looks like it's pink, which is kind of strange. It's like
looks
clear,
a little
but it
odd.
Looks pink.
Yeah, I remember a friend of mine had those, and I mean, he was all excited about it because it was so hard to find.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's one of those things, hey, you can't get it because you don't live there.
You can't get it, so you want it. Yeah, and you know, everything looks just a little odd. I mean, I don't like it. This is my favorite look. It really is.
It is a good looking light.
It is. And again, it suits the car. It's got brand new headlights, brand new tail lights. It may as well match. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
Military members and veterans, free meal from a selection place for veterans. If you want to take any guesses of what's in the San Francisco is the last. San Francisco is not the last.
Alright, so this is the JDM lip that's designed to go on this bumper. This was the lip that was actually on it. Well, This is the rubber gasket that you're going to use. This is the piece that goes between the lip and the bumper. I'll show you this when we open it, but it sticks on this edge here, and it fits between this and the bumper. For one, it's not going to rub and scratch the bumper, but it gives it that nice clean black isolated line between it. Looks very, very clean and OEM. So this is the part number. I believe there is 10 feet of this, which will do your lip, and you'll probably have a little left over. I'll go ahead and put this on and show you what it looks like. I'll talk about these later, but this is what it looks like when you take it apart. It looks like it has like a T cross-section shape. It's got the double-sided tape on this side, if that comes up on camera, but it's got the 3M tape. That's what tapes to the lip, and then this is going to the bumper. I'll go ahead and put a short piece on and show you how it mounts to the lip. All right, so this is how you apply this. You can see it's got that like T shape. Hopefully it's gonna come up on camera, but that is the sticky side. I've already cleaned this with an alcohol pad just to make sure it has something to grip to. But this, you are basically gonna, if I do this on camera, and you're just gonna feed this on here and stick that on here. So this is what goes through the bumper and holds the lip on. Of course, these, I was thinking about wire brushing them and cleaning them and painting them and spending all kinds of time. Well, guess what? Let's buy packs of new ones, and you can get the exact ones right here. Absolutely perfect. They're, if I can get one out of the bag, look at that. Absolutely perfect, and it's brand new. Now the lip is on. You see what I mean about that little rubber piece? It makes all the difference. It's only maybe 3 millimeters of lip, but it's what the factory lip had. And of course, I have this lip, I mean, it's tight, but if it moves, it's not gonna rub the paint off there. It's exactly how we want it. I mean, it's perfect. Look how good that looks. When this thing goes on the ground, you're gonna see this. It's gonna look like a different car. It's gonna lose that Accord look, because these front headlights, when it doesn't have a lip, to me, it looks like an Accord. When you put this lip on, suddenly it all actually comes together. So I'm excited to put it down on the ground. Right now we're just finishing up the wiring for the HID, so they're absolutely perfect. You saw the stainless brackets. If I can show you, there's one right there. Look at that. It's actually mounted like it should be. Look at that. That is the city lights, which are so insanely bright it's kind of hard to tell. So we're about to do a live check of George's HID.
The high beams?
High beams work. High beam work. High beam work over there. Yep. Trip over a piece of wood. Low beams. It makes a cool buzzing sound too.
You can hear that over the motor. Both of them on?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're bright. Look at that. Whoa, it burns the camera lens. So now we have HIDs. Look at that. It's getting better and better. And all it does is make the lip look even better.
It does look good when you put it down there.
Look how bright. And that makes such the difference, having that city light being an LED.
Yeah.
It's got the same matching color. That is unbelievable. Car is looking better every minute.